I know you wanted the two, but is there some satisfaction in getting 1 point out of one of the hottest teams in the league?
Always great to get points anytime you can. Obviously, you get one, you hope to get two, but yeah, we were a little bit flat the last couple of games, so to get a point tonight when we didn't have our A game again was we'll take that as a positive, but we'll try to get two moving forward here.
And what was the difference tonight in terms of energy? Because it looked like you guys had jump right from the start.
We had a little more jump from the start, but just throughout the game, I just felt like we didn't have our normal jump. Like we still got more juice in the tank, and we just didn't quite have that in the past few. So we started pretty well, just kind of even game overall. Not a lot happening offensively for both teams really, except for the power plays. But yeah, I just stuck with it and tie game going in overtime, and they unfortunately got the extra one.
And just what did you think of what Jet gave you tonight?
He was fantastic. Yeah, he's. I played with him a few times last year, and he was up, and just calm, cool, collected goalie back there. Gives us a chance to win, and that's all you can ask from a goalie.
Been in this league a while. I mean, it's a long season. There are lulls and ups and downs. Is this kind of one of those ones where you feel like, with your playing style, you guys want to get back to it, but it just kind of happens sometimes where you fall into ruts?
Sometimes, yeah. You try not to. Obviously, you try to be consistent as much as you can, but yeah, we're unfortunately in a bit of a downswing right now. We had a decent road trip. Obviously, we'd like to get one more out of those 5 games. We got 2, but now a couple losses at home here to start our homestand. We got one more before we hit the road again. So we got to get 2 points on Saturday before we hit the road for a couple more.
You looked really sharp right from the start. You feeling the puck, seeing the puck well.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I felt good. I think the guys did a really good job in front, boxing out and clearing out rebounds, so that helped make my job a little bit easier.
Yeah. What can you take away from this game? I know it's tough to lose in overtime. You pleased with the way you played on the whole?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of positives that I'll take going forward, and also some things that I'll look at and try to learn from and get better at moving forward as well. So we'll kind of watch it and learn and go from there.
Did you see that goal in OT?
I saw it a little bit, but yeah, I saw it a little bit. I'd like to have that one for the guys, but it is what it is.
What was this one where you kind of felt locked in right away?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. Like I said, the guys were, doing a good job in front, helping me see pucks, and I think that made the game a little bit simpler for myself, so that always helps.
I think you also had 9 saves in the first 10 minutes. When you see the puck a lot that early, does that help you get into it?
Yeah, it can sometimes. That's the thing about this position is you don't control what happens in front of you, what the situation is, whether it's a lot of shots early or not a lot, so it's important to be ready and be able to handle either way, but yeah, sometimes it can definitely help to get some shots early.
You've been able to come up when called upon and have really good games in the first game. Where do you attribute that confidence to?
I think, I guess there's maybe a few different things going into that. I think a lot of it is, like I've been talking about, the guys have been helping me a lot and doing a really good job in front, and then I think it's just trusting, trusting my experience and trusting my game and what makes me successful, and not, not changing that at all, and just relying on my foundation.
Do you know what to think of this opportunity beyond tonight?
No, I don't really. For me, I'm just kind of, my attention is where my feet are, just kind of one day at a time, and just control what I control, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you know where you'll be tomorrow even?
We'll see, hopefully here.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you feel okay about a game like that? You get a point. I think you probably felt like you played okay against one of the best teams in the league so far.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I feel like we were kind of, I don't want to say in control. I was back and forth for sure, but you're up 1-0 going into the third. You'd like to hold that lead for as long as you can. They come out kind of buzzing on that first shift, score a goal, tie it up. But then I even thought we had some chances in the rest of the period there in the third to take back the lead. We didn't. They beat us in overtime. So it's always nice to get points in this league. It's hard. It's a hard league, obviously, especially against that team who's, I think, now won 10 straight on the road. But it would have been nice to play that third period out up 1-0 for a little bit longer.
What can you say about Jet's performance? How much of a lift did he give you guys tonight?
Yeah, he was awesome. Just so steady in the net, so sound. Made all the big saves, and yeah, no, it was fun watching him. He's obviously worked hard for this, so we would like to get the win for him, but he played a hell of a game.
In the overtime, Zach, it looked like you guys had more opportunities, really controlled that 3-on-3.
Yeah, no, I thought we had some chances. Definitely some opportunities to score. I feel like we have to maybe get a little bit more creative with some plays in the 3-on-3 there. I felt like we were kind of on the outside a little bit, but yeah, no, it's back and forth on OT, and they had one chance there, and the guy ripped it. So it is what it is.
Jets obviously had chance to play games here before, 10, I believe, but this is his season debut. I mean, after he played the way he was in Cleveland, for him to come walking in here, get this opportunity, what does that do just for the room in general, just to kind of see a guy, get a chance like this?
Yeah, he's been great. He's been a true pro since I've known him, since he's been here. Goes down to Cleveland, I hear, works his balls off, wins games down there, comes up here and does the same thing. So, yeah, super happy for him to get the opportunity, and he was awesome tonight. So there's not much more I can say besides he had a hell of a game. So, yeah, no, good for him.
Their goals mean anything to you?
Me and Mets were talking about this. It doesn't really mean much, but it is cool for sure. Like when you look back on your career, as a defenseman, 100 goals definitely is. I don't want to stop there, but it's definitely something that, it's a milestone for sure. So, yeah, no, it's a cool moment for sure. But like I said, hopefully there's many more in there.
Do you guys feel like you're getting the power play kind of cranked up now and feeling pretty good out there?
Yeah, I feel like when we go over the boards, we feel like we can score right now. We're more direct. I feel like we're crisper with our passes, more movement. We're getting more slot shots from Monty. It's been good. Yeah, I feel like we could have had a couple goals tonight on the power play. So we get one. It would have been nice to get a few more, but the last few games it's worked for us. So just got to keep it going.
Can you be able to draw more penalties too? Is that just an approach the way maybe a little bit more aggressive, maybe look at 5 chances in it?
Yeah, I feel like when you draw penalties, it seems like you have the puck and you're moving your feet, trying to beat guys one-on-one, like out of your battle, and then that forces them to take holds or hooks or whatever it is. So I feel like in some games where we don't get the calls, maybe we're not doing that. And tonight we were. Silly's penalty, he beats a guy, goes to the net. Probably makes a good play, gets high stick in the face. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I feel like guys are doing a good job of winning their battles, and that's usually what happens if you have the puck coming out of it.
Dean, you said you'd not seen Jet play before. Just what's your first impression? That's pretty impressive NHL debut.
Yeah,
today.
fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. I'd argue he, obviously it's a team game, but I'd argue that he won a point for us. I was about to say won the game for us. But yeah, for us to get a point in that game, we're fortunate.
Obviously, he'd been up here before, but to do what he did, get the quick call up and come up and play like that, just on short notice, just how impressive is
I
that?
don't think he cares. He don't care. Like he's the perfect example of, not caring who, where, or when you play. You just play. And he just goes about his business. There's nothing flashy. It's just simple and sound and effective. So, yeah, I was impressed.
Hey, can you say what this means for him? Does he get a chance to stick around here now?
Yep. Sure does.
Can you elaborate on that as well?
As far as the game and how it went, obviously better result than Tuesday. Would you say that as far as your playing style, the way you guys want to play, that you've kind of hit a little bit of a rut at this point?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit with that too. That where did, and I guess maybe it happens, right? We've seen a lot of, like I said, we're fortunate to get a point, so we're going to take that. Like the negative is we didn't get 2, but the positive is we did get 1. And we know that our game is in there. It's just got to be brought out, and it's our job as coaches to get it out of them.
There's some games that you only have maybe 2 or 3 power play chances. You had 5 tonight. Is that maybe a result of maybe moving your feet a little bit more, and you want to see that moving forward?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like we said our power play could have picked us up, but it did, right? It gets the 1. Maybe the 5-on-3 obviously is disappointing that we didn't get 1 there. But you're right. There's some positives inside here that we did draw 5 penalties, legit penalties. Hookings, holdings, trippings, that we were in behind them. So, yeah, maybe that's a good sign that we are trying a little bit. We didn't do it as consistent as we have in the past, but we certainly did enough to, as you said, draw those penalties, and we hung on to some pucks. So, and we didn't take a lot either, right? So we checked properly. So yeah, there's, you don't want to be so negative, obviously, when you do get a point, but yeah, well, there's things that we can clean up. Porch, you want to elaborate anymore?
I'd like you to.
Well, how would you like me to elaborate on that?
Well, just what are the plans? You bring them up?
You know I don't have a crystal ball. I've told you that before.
No.
Do you?
Well, I certainly, my crystal ball doesn't matter.
Everybody's crystal ball matters.
Yeah, was he brought up here to give somebody a break, or can he win this job, I guess is what I'm asking.
He's earned the right to be here.
Yeah.
Right. He's earned it, and he earned it again tonight.